Conniving here, coming to you from coming to you from Mass Effect 3. Okay, if you are a Mass Effect 3 computer user, then you're probably familiar with this scene. In fact, if you're here, chances are you've experienced this crash already. Now, for the sake of not annoying the living fuck out of you, some of the scene has been skipped to help reduce spoilers, but essentially, the scene plays. Liara spouts some nonsense, and then the game crashes. You throw your controller or mouse, you scream a bit, and you leave the game for a month. Then they come out with a patch for the PC version. You get so excited, you get worked up, you download the patch, you wait, 13 seconds for it. That's all I did. And then you start playing. You get in there, and it fixes nothing. Nothing at all. You still had the same problem. They didn't do anything. Well, they probably did for the multiplayer for something really stupid. Something that doesn't matter. You're still stuck in the game. You can't get any progress in the story. So if you're like me and you only have one save, that being the autosave, you're probably feeling really screwed right now. I did. Like I said, I left for a month. But through research, there are some things you can do to work around this problem. While only suspect, it is believed that if you have Garrus or EDI on your team on Eden Prime, you're likely to crash regardless. I wasn't willing to prove it by just using James and then going through the same route only to crash, and I don't have Garrus. But I do know that I always crash with EDI.
With a Prothean beacon.
Keep in mind when I recorded this, I haven't played it in over a month, so the controls are awkward again. And, oh yeah, the dinosaurs. If you haven't noticed, they are a pun for both Battlefield 3 and 4chan.
I can see. Look at that.
Yay.
Bits of Prothean text sticking out of the ground like an old
Look up
bone.
Battlefield 3 dinosaurs to try and get the full story on that.
No, dinosaurs and other fossils
Now,
would
when
be
I was
paleontology. I'm an archaeologist.
The
I study
forums
artifacts
on
left by sapient species.
Mass Effect 3,
The
which
two fields are completely
BioWare won't
different.
let me post because
And,
even though
you
I've
were
waited
joking.
over a month, the 24 hours
I
from
just
me
like
registering still hasn't transpired.
There, that's the elevator that leads
I mean,
down
I'm
into
not
the
going to
dig
do the
site.
math right off the bat, but I'm pretty sure 30 fucking days is more than 24 hours. That's 24 times 30 and then some. But anyway, since I can't post on there, I can't really give this fix to anybody. So, it's up to you two to help spread it around for me. But, okay, you have this problem. And as I was going to say, as I was reading, they say they want you to go to the person's objective first. I thought they meant to skip the elevator and go directly to the terminal. You can't. When I realized that, I discovered there was a second terminal to play with. So here we are at the nearest objective. I know we intend to get to the furthest one first. However, I am using this as both a reference point and because I know that if I go to the other one first, I will be surrounded by these pricks and I'll be screwed. So, I'm taking them out first. As we know, if you go through that door, you'll crash. So we'll turn back. So, here we go. This way. Turn here. And I like to climb up here for the high ground. Now, my tactics aren't sound, but I like to keep my allies alive, so
Right away.
I keep them distant so that they can pelt at the enemy without getting pulverized. Really wish I could just jump down.
Understood. Understood.
Now, the bypass thing, I don't really understand, but I assume you have to hit the key a second time when it turns green with the white around it. Heck if I know. Anyways, I'm gonna skip a bit since this was my first time in here and got lost. Anyways, here's the video. Here we see it worked. And we head back. And that worked too. Still going. Now, once you're back at the pod, servers will make another push.
Here they come!
Be warned, they will send a heavy mech. Fighting this bastard will be hard on the hard setting. Well, it should be, but fighting anything else on hard. So. Anyways. After all that, we finally make it back. Anyway, after all that, we finally make it back to the ship after a long but very informative dialogue that would probably have the YouTuber infamous for the Rage Quit series posting a video on Mass Effect 3 dialogue and rage quitting. Now, the problem that some people have here is when they reach this point, they say they cannot move. I seem to be able to move alright, but it may have been due to having James on my team. I don't honestly know. But I do know that after you complete the Eden Prime mission, you do not, under any circumstances, talk to Edie until after a new mission, or you will be frozen in place. And the solution that I thought of was saving the game and reloading. Don't do that either. That just kept me frozen after I reloaded the game, so it's a broken conversation, conclusion, ending, whatever you want to call it. Basically, you're supposed to be stuck until the conversation ends, but after the conversation ended, you're still stuck. As if the game's trying to pull up another line and it can't or something. I don't really know what's going on. Just don't talk to Edie and you'll live. Alright. Well, this has been Conniving with a fix for the Mass Effect 3 Eden Prime
Here,
crash.
have a drink on the house.
Remember, I don't know if it matters or not, but they say use James.
You drank?
And
You
hell,
should
you
be
just
dead.
need to work, so
Wait,
use James.
you don't want me to.
Make life easy.
Now, drink
Next.
it.
I... No.
Do not talk to Edie after the end of the mission.
Drink it.
If you want
Or
to,
I'll
can
blind
get
you one eye at a
do it for the
time.
dialogue, but remember, you're going to crash and you're going to be fucked. So, save right before you go to talk to her, then talk to her, then get lost. Because, well, you're going to have to reload the game. Anyway, again, this has been Conniving for a Mass Effect 3 fix, and, well, good luck out there.